start the game. So yeah, along those lines, would you care to go into more detail about the countries that Charity Water has served?
Yeah, so we've now the focus, the countries you're saying where we've worked thus
Hmm.
far.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're really focused on rural regions of uh, some of the most, some of the most remote and rural regions of developing countries. So the focus is really on sub-Saharan Africa and Southeast Asia, really where water, it's really some of the most water stressed countries
Hmm.
in the world. We've done a little bit of work too, like in Latin America and the Caribbean, but that's kind of older historical work.
Hmm.
We've since really concentrated on sub-Saharan Africa and Southeast Asia, anywhere
Okay.
from Ethiopia, Malawi, Madagascar, Uganda, to India, Pakistan, Nepal, Cambodia. We do a lot of work in Cambodia, Bangladesh,
Hmm.
places like that, and all of that's viewable on our website. We have a page that shows all of our work plotted out on a map.
I was seeing in your most recent Stream for Clean project that
Uh huh.
a lot of the projects were going towards Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Is that still a big country of focus for Charity Water right now, especially given maybe the donations for this stream?
Yeah, so we work on 6 month cycles. So the idea is we work on a standard calendar year, but
Hmm.
from January 1st through the end of June, we're funding for a particular set of projects through our local implementation partners. Um, and that's our model is we raise all these funds publicly and then we invest in local organizations on the ground or local chapters of global NGOs on the ground. And
Hmm.
so uh, you know it's that's what helps informs where we're going to be working within a 6 month period. So last year, I can't believe I'm saying last year already, but for
Uh-huh.
2022,
Uh-huh.
Zimbabwe was a big focus in the second half of the year. We had a lot of projects there. That was actually the focus for our end of year giving campaign. So even on our homepage, it
Hmm.
was really centered around helping communities, helping families in Zimbabwe. And so that was why uh, we had tied that to our Stream for Clean campaign.
I
But
see.
for this, it's a whole new year and a whole new half. So it would be focused on different projects, different communities, and we don't quite know exactly where that will go just yet. But
Hmm.
those are details that will be falling into place in the next few weeks and months. So.
Gotcha. Nice. Along those lines, Janny asked in chat earlier, do you guys only work overseas or do you work within the US as well?
It's a good question. Yeah, at the moment we work entirely overseas. We are really just, as I said, focused on areas of the world where people do not have access to clean water. So a lot of times we get asked about things that are happening at home, like what happened in Flint or what happened in Jackson, Mississippi, and
Sure.
the
Sure.
issue, the thing there is that those are really massive municipal problems that cost hundreds of millions of dollars, and that really needs to focus on like government and local governments helping out. Where we step in is where it's communities that are often forgotten about, as I mentioned before, in these like really rural,
Sure.
remote regions. So
Gotcha.
yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. Um, yeah, I guess along those lines, Bobby is at mediocre. Bobby is asking if you have worked with people in with. So I apologize if I'm mispronouncing this, but the Mine people of Southeast Asia. I apologies to anyone in chat if I butchered that. I'm not familiar with what he's talking about, so I did my best. Um,
We haven't worked. I mean, I think where. Oh, am I gonna hold on? It's. I'm realizing I was being prompted to
oh,
play.
sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good.
All good.
Hmm.
Why not? All right. So yeah, we haven't done any work in China, because it's challenging to work within that country as a U.S. NGO, at least for the work that we do. It's not to say we won't potentially work there in the future, but at the moment we haven't done any work in China. China also has been really good at focusing on this problem in some of their rural regions. So they themselves, through their government, have tried to figure out ways to provide better water access within these communities.
I see. Well, awesome. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you, Jenny. Thank you. I'm glad that we're able to have these conversations.
Yeah, these are great. These are just great things to talk about. Great questions coming up.
Yeah. So, what was I gonna say? Also, sorry, I had to think about my move for a sec. What am I doing? Ooh, actually, that's actually pretty tempting. Sorry, I'm in a bit of a fun spot here. All right, Phantom, I'm coming back for Brick. I know you offered the 2-for-1. That's honestly not the worst thing. Sure, why not?
And Yo-Yo, I see your question. No, we haven't
Yes,
had any. We haven't had any roadblocks with projects being funded by the Chinese government in Africa. Like, again, we're working in really rural, remote regions where it's a lot of community-led water projects. When China is potentially funding or partnering with the governments within these other countries, a lot of that is for like larger municipal projects. So we're really working beyond that or outside of that. But we haven't had any issues like that. Yeah.
Okay. Good. So it sounds like Yo-Yo's question was referring to sub-Saharan Africa.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah.
Okay, so farmers asking, does Charity Water partner with local agencies to assess community-based needs, or is it mostly U.S. led?
No, yeah, that's exactly it, farmer. So we actually are, what I mentioned before is like we focus on partnering with hyper local NGOs on the ground or local chapters of global NGOs. So we really we tried to let's see.
Sorry, yeah.
I'm in the I mean, it's very funny. It's good. I know. I'm sorry. I had to do it. I had to do it.
Yeah.
So we focus on partnering with hyper local NGOs or local chapters of global NGOs like World Vision or International Rescue Committee are some of the bigger ones that we've worked with. But they are the ones that help us connect with the local communities and even local governments on the ground. They help us better assess the needs and where it might make sense for us to implement projects, and they're really paramount to the success or the impact that we're able to have. So that was a good question. Yeah, it's actually not U.S. based. Like, we're not the ones really driving where we're going as much as our local partners are helping inform those decisions.
Well, awesome. Yeah. I guess along those lines, maybe this is confidential, but do you have any sense of any of like the big picture goals for Charity Water over the do you have any would you care to share any of like some of the longer term goals that Charity Water has in terms of maybe communities that they haven't served before that you'd like to serve in the future, or maybe some infrastructure that you're building for future development?
Yeah, there are a lot of goals that we've been just talking about, not just for this year, but for the next really 3 to 5 years. I think the biggest one is around like how many people we're trying to help. So Charity Water, historically, we've now raised around $650 to $700 million. That's for both water and operations. That's helped us fund over 111,000 water projects to bring clean water to 15.5 million people, which is amazing. but we want to go faster. We want to do more. So there, that's been in our 16-year history. As we look to the next like 3 to 5 years, our goal is to bring clean water access to another 15 million people, really by 2027. So it would mean us going 3 times as fast.
Wow. Yeah.
So that's a really big one in terms of like expanding our capacity and our partners' capacity.
Sure.
So that's big. We're also, I'm sure there'll be some country expansion included in that, but not quite clear what it'll be just yet, or where that'll be. But it's definitely exciting. Exciting to think about that big goal that we have in the next few years. Yeah.
Totally. Wow. Well, fun. I guess along those lines. Also, yeah, chat. If anybody has any more questions, I'll obviously prioritize chat in this. But is there anything that you would like to say about Charity Water that maybe either wow. Can you give a second card, Phantom? Oh, okay, Anthony took it. Never mind. I was gonna say, is there no worries. Is there anything about Charity Water that maybe people don't ask about that you think is like an underrated aspect of the charity, or like something that you think is especially interesting that maybe goes or that maybe goes underappreciated?
Yeah, I think that we already talked about the 100% model, which is a huge deal. I think our transparency and proof is another aspect of the organization that we're known for. If you it's something that we often talk a lot about as I'm getting offered these trades. You'll notice the 100% model is something we lean on a lot, but then actually being able to prove and show exactly where the money's going through GPS coordinates, photos of the exact projects themselves, and the exact number of community members that are using each project. We provide that level of detail on every single one of the projects that we fund. Again, that's all viewable on our website. So that transparency has been a part of who we are from the beginning.
Sure.
And then the third piece is really our brand. So our brand is really rooted in hope and optimism and a brighter future. So a lot of nonprofits are very much centered around gloom and doom and shame and guilt. I think we've all seen the Sarah McLachlan ads for the ASPCA with the dogs and cats crying. It's one way to go, to lean on that and pray off of that. Yeah, pull the heartstrings.
Pray. That's a fun word.
Pray is a scary word. Yeah, but we really want to have people feel empowered and excited about what we're doing, what they're helping us fund. Sure. And so, that's a big part of who we are, is trying to get people to feel like.
Wait. Sorry, Anthony, I'll take that trade. Sorry. My bad.
Oh yeah. Did you take it? We're good. Here we go.
Thank you. Sorry,
no, you're good. So now as I'm over here, just okay. I'm just like a bot. I'm just like a bot.
No, that's okay. No, it's okay. I guess so. Nurky actually asked me a question, which I think is important and interesting for me to discuss, like especially while I have you, if you have anything to add. But Nurky asked me why I picked Charity Water as the charity that I wanted to support. And I think at the end of the day, what it came down to, I should have dev'd first, but I'm so mad. Whatever. We're fine. Oh, Sammy. Oh, no, Sammy. Kelly's gonna play after this. Kelly's gonna play after Anthony plays. But a big thing that's important to me is I when I think about charities and when I think about like where money's going, I I like to think about serving. Hey, Miro, how's it going? I like to think about serving those people who are in the lowest. I don't know how to put this. The way that I'll put it, I guess, to be more precise, is what's the name of? I forget the name of the book. There's a book that talks about the different kind of levels of income and GDP in the world, and they refer to it not necessarily as like first, second, or third world, 'cause that's kind of an outdated term, but more
Yeah.
about levels of income, where you have like level 1 countries, level 2 countries, level 3 countries, level 4 countries, and seeing a lot of the factfulness. Thank you, Dandy. Yeah, factfulness is the name of the book, but basically I am most interested in serving those countries that have the least, I guess. Part of that is because I think money goes a longer way there, especially for institutions that already have connections in those regions. But also, I think for me, the thing that compels me about charity is like when I think of charity, I'm a lot more compelled when I see like people who need food, or people who need water, like people who don't have the most fundamental necessities. That really compels me more. Like, obviously, if seeing people who have cancer, or like St. Jude's Children's, like obviously they're suffering all around the world, regardless of regardless of what resources they may have. But at the end of the day, yeah, I like the idea of. Actually, sorry, I'm I'm a little rambly in case you in case you can't
No, you're doing.
tell.
I think you're doing a great job. This has been a very funny exercise for me to have to multitask. You
Mhm.
know, everyone.
Oh man, do I really do this just for that? This is probably
Uh,
a bad move, but I'll do it anyway because we're having
did
fun.
I freeze?
No, you're good. You're here. Um. Oh, you mean video wise? Your video did freeze. Your video froze. Basically, yeah, I like the idea of using charity to serve people who are still lacking in some of the most fundamental necessities. So that's a thing. That's pretty significant to me. Oh, actually, can we vote to pause the game just to so that
Yeah.
Anthony can get a chance to come back? Yeah. In addition to that, yeah, yeah, exactly. It won't be about the game. It won't be about gameplay today, Kelly. Absolutely. Um, so yeah, that's really a big part of it, and also water. I think really sticks out to me. Oh, Anthony's back. Okay, perfect. Uh, is Anthony good? Like, uh,
Am I back?
There we go.
yeah, there you are. There you are. Hello.
Sorry,
Uh,
guys.
no, you're good. You're totally fine here. We're
Not
doing great.
sure what. Not sure what just happened.
But that's all right. It's all right. Yeah.
And now, how is the game frozen too? It looks like I can't get my.
If you refresh the page, and then there should be a little green.
Oh, we're
panel
good
at the
now.
top. Oh,
Yeah,
you're good. Okay,
I think
perfect.
we're good. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Oh, Bobby wants his personal letter to be sealed with a kiss. Thanks for the posture check. I have great posture right now, Kelly. Thank you for the hydrate. Basically, yeah, I just think the idea of serving
A
those
greater
who are
community.
lacking, yeah, those who are lacking some of the most fundamental necessities is good stuff. And who am I blocking here? I guess I could do like this. Um, I think.
Rude.
Sorry, Ruby. I gotta take it back. Ooh, we're gonna have some fun here today. Let's do it. Uh,
Hope that was worth it.
What's the
two
next?
cities is fine, I think. But sorry, go ahead,
what-
Anthony.
What's the next milestone?
The next milestone is $400.
It should be you dunking your head in a bucket of water, correct?
Right. Yes. There we go. Yeah, exactly. Yes, that's right. Because at $400, that means we'll have given 10 people water. And so if the fact that we're celebrating, I want to celebrate the fact that we gave 10 people water by baptizing myself in a plastic bucket.
Now, question: will you be keeping the fairy costume on? Like all the stuff on your head will be on when you dunk your head, or no?
It can be. We can talk about it.
Chat, what do you think?
Chat, yeah, chat. What do you think? Should I keep my fairy costume on when I dunk my head in a bucket of water? Also, Booty asked how many liters of water per dollar. Can you clarify
it's
that?
11. It's 1,100 liters per dollar on average, like based on just the average numbers across our wider portfolio. That's what we're looking at. So it's really significant. Yeah. And we try to, it's part of why we always try to tell people, like, no matter the amount you're able to give, like remembering that 100% of that is going towards clean water is key. Like literally every dollar matters. So we're often, pointing that out to people that you can really help even with small amounts. And if you don't have money to give, just helping spread awareness about the organization is a big deal.
Absolutely.
Helping spread awareness about this fundraiser and this marathon that's going on for Charity Water, that's a huge way that you can help as well, if you're not able to give personally. So we always like to call that out and make sure that people know there are lots of ways to support us outside of monetary donations.
Yes, absolutely. And if someone wants to help spread the word, is there a good way to do that? Like how if you were in their shoes, what would you do to act on that?
Yeah, I mean, whenever there are links to different events to potentially, tweet it out, reshare it on Twitter, Instagram, or other social channels. That's a big deal. Just having a one-on-one conversation with friends or family members, where if you felt like you learned really cool stuff here today, or you get excited about the organization as this campaign continues, and you read up on us, you want to talk to someone about it, I think that's a huge way to help. Just really helping spread it to at least one other person directly it's a big deal. It's a really big deal for us. So that would be a great way to do it.
Actually, sorry, Kelly, is it schedule? Is schedule the thing? Okay. Oh, that's the different one. Yeah. Korean Scott Jesus, to address your previous chat, I'm gonna be on for 24 straight hours. So yeah, that's what that's gonna be. If anybody, I'll do the pitch again. If anybody just got to the stream, thank you, Kelly. Thank you. If anybody just got onto the stream and maybe is new, doesn't know who I am or who the person below me who's talking is, I am Hubsy Wubs. I'm a Catan streamer, but right now we are doing a 24-hour charity stream to support Charity Water, which is an international, nice mono. It's an international organization that provides clean water and shoot. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm like, it's the worst.
It's great. I like seeing this. It's like the biggest challenge ever, Mark. Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta do this. Ruby's so scary here. We can't be trading with Ruby like at all for the rest of the game. Ruby's such a big threat here. Hey, Halfburger, thank you so much for the donation. Also, let me see. Water. Thank you so much for the $10 water donation. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Halfburger.
Yes, thank you to both of you. Basically, Charity Water is an international nonprofit that provides clean water, other water projects, and I believe you have some education projects too, right? For like sanitation and other aspects, or is that less so your priority?
No, yeah, I mean, well, it really depends on where we're working in the world. You know, like we do absolutely fund clean water projects at schools, and
I see.
it like everything that we do is centered around WASH. That's a good fun cheesy acronym from the water industry, but water sanitation and hygiene. Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what we're raising money for. I'm gonna be on for 24 straight hours. We've got donation incentives galore. If you want to consider donating, !donate is how you get there. If you want to learn more about Charity Water, use the command !Charity Water. It'll take you to their website. We also have an info blurb that goes over that kind of gives a 30-second summary of Charity Water's mission. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, check it out. But in the meantime, welcome in and strap in. We're gonna be in here for a while.
I've got my box of energy drinks right next to me. I'm ready.
Yeah, I might have to grab a couple sodas at some point.
And please don't base any of your donations off of my colonist play today. We really are. Remember, we're here. Remember, we're here to help bring clean water to people in need. That is the focus, not my skills or lack thereof at Catan today. So, I like.
Oh, sorry. That's very me. That's very me. I'm sorry.
That's good.
All right. Good game, all. Good game. I think I have this. If I'm not crazy. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Good game.
I was being nice, and I could have won on my last turn.
Wait, what? Oh no!
I was
Ruby.
being cheeky. I was being cheeky because on my next turn I won with 11 points.
No, Ruby.
Oh wow, Ruby, you were just holding back on us.
I could have won. I literally
Classic
pulled a
excuse.
night card, and I was like, you know what? I can win with 11 points. I don't think anybody else has the win. I was being silly,
Yeah,
but that's
greedy.
okay.
That's okay. Good game.
It was all fun.
Yeah, that was super fun. Yeah, Anthony, I want to thank you so much for coming on this stream. I'm so happy that we were able to make this work. Chat, this is your last chance. Chat, if you have any more questions for Anthony while we have him, now's the time. Spam chat with questions, something. While we're giving chat one last chance, do you have any any parting words or anything that you want to say to anybody about anything?
Just that we're so grateful for you guys all being here. I see that there's, over 80 people watching and participating in this, and it's just the start of the 24-hour stream. So we're just so appreciative. We're appreciative of you, Mark, like choosing us, wanting to support the organization, for everyone that's going to be joining and playing throughout the time that you guys are online and live. I think we're so appreciative of that. And yeah, we it's just a lot of gratitude, especially the start of the year. We know people are coming off the holidays. The fact that you're able to give is incredible. So thank you for that.
It absolutely, that's absolutely true. That was something I was so worried about when putting this stream together, because ideally I would have liked to have done it at the end of the year, like in maybe between Christmas and New Year's, but it just very clearly didn't work for a lot of the guests. And to highlight what you're saying, Anthony, I totally agree that any amount that you give is fantastic, and the generosity already so far has just been insane. And I'm so grateful that you all are. Yeah, I'm so grateful that you all are willing to help support the cause. It's a great.
I mean, and when you break it down, like with the community that's watching and will be watching throughout this, like it doesn't require that much from each person to have a large impact. So when you think about like